Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review Shirley. And this is a biopic about Shirley Jackson, directed by Josephine Decker, who really captures this feeling of... There's a lot of intense human interactions in this film, and what Decker and her cinematographer are able to capture in this film, of how the camera moves, and how it comes up and captures a look of somebody. Because there's a lot of important looks going on in this film. That physical acting, especially from Elizabeth Moss, who kills it as Shirley Jackson, this horror writer. And Decker creates such an intriguing and engrossing atmosphere with how the film is directed. There are some issues in terms of the focus of this film and keeping things focused, because it's very fluid in how it moves in terms of telling its story. And I'm not gonna lie, this is the kind of film where I think it could be alienating to some viewers, because they could sit back and at the end of the film be like, what was the purpose of all this? Why did I watch this? And honestly, I could see why people might say that. And there was points where the pacing was off and I lost myself in, what is this? And then there was ambitious choices story-wise where I'm like, okay, I can see why this is intriguing. But I think what this film really lives on are some of the characters. Like, Logan Lerman's character is so vanilla and just bleh. He's just there. And it's just like, I don't care about you or why you're on screen. And Odessa Young, who plays his wife, she's like kind of the anchor here of us as the audience coming into the life of Shirley Jackson and her husband. But the real powerhouses of this film, Michael Stuhlbarg as Shirley Jackson's husband, who's intriguing and weird in his own right, but then Elizabeth Moss, who has this powerful, commanding performance as Shirley Jackson. Some of the things she says are so mean and biting. It's just like, oh man. I was taken aback sometimes about how blunt she was in terms of her human interactions, but also how she captures depression and this intensity as a human being, and the looks that she gives throughout the film, and you could just feel so much from those looks. And overall, this is a really compelling character study that might lose some mainstream audiences in terms of what the plot really is about and what this film is trying to say, but it builds up in such a powerful way to this woman finding her way to her masterpiece, as this film takes place, her process of writing The Haunting of Hill House. And overall, I think it's a really well-made film, very well-performed film, and brings enough intrigue to really capture your imagination. And depending on if you can latch onto this, because I think it might be hard for some to latch onto this story, and if you can and hold on, I think it's worth the trip. But those are my thoughts on Shirley. Let me know what you think and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for supporting your Wasteland reviewer.